Oh, hey. What's going on? Etal Poison in the chat writes the following. I'm here early, and I don't have a snappy one-liner for you, so hurry up and start the show. Okay.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now. Got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
S-I-C-K is the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K.
All in, we came here to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. I need another sip. It is. Where are we here? The days are just blending together. Tuesday, June the 9th. Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. We're live on X. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. To everyone watching us after the fact, God bless. Listening on audio pods, going about your day, God bless. Glad to talk to you. A few things. An update on me. My name's on the show, so I could talk about me a little bit. I mentioned yesterday how I'm not feeling great. I'm the irony of this point of a chest cold is I feel better, but I feel like my throat and my voice are going to leave me at any second. I feel like I sound horribly. Azzo, do I sound horrible right now or just a little scratchy?
I mean, no worse than usual.
No worse than usual. Thank you. I might as well use
You should
the
just
other
do
voice.
that
I
voice.
should
That
use
voice stays the same no matter what.
That didn't go anywhere. But my real voice is a little damaged.
Nah, you do sound a little bit harsh.
A little damaged, but like enough to do this. We can do the show, right?
No one cares. Work harder.
Yeah, that's true. Barry Colts. Barry Colts didn't win a game after that stunt. Good for
Amazing.
you. OHL playoffs.
I appreciate you being here, man. Powering through this.
The chat's being kind. Scorpio Canuck, you sound like crap. Thank you for the honesty. Daryl in the chat, sounds like you have pencils down your throat.
No.
Fair. And
Nobody said anything till you pointed it out. Stop.
Jeremy in the chat, you sound like Beaker from the Muppets. Solid Muppets reference. Solid.
You a big Muppets guy?
I am.
It's sort of weird.
Swedish Chef was my favorite.
Oh,
Muppet.
of course.
And they threw everything. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to make a deal with you because this voice right now feels way more fragile than it might sound, and it might leave me at any moment. If we're at a point, and I've said this to Azo already, if we're at a point where I am not airable, and you guys think this is not happening, it's a democracy here. I will listen. Let me know. And don't just be the guy in the chat or the girl in the chat who hates all my takes and wants me to stop talking. Let's be honest about it. Let's just be fair about it. So anyway, Derek in the chat, who could be the fill-in host? We have about 9 names ready, and then if that doesn't happen, Azo. That's the plan. That's the first thing. I'm feeling a little better. The voice is damaged. I don't mind this. Hey, it's Cliffy in the chat. Just get AI Sid on. That's Sick Media's
Can you imagine?
Well in the works on doing that.
I don't think AI could have your
The
taste.
Cavallero family have been planning that the whole time. Get 3 months of me saying stuff, and then fake me will be hired for the rest of the time.
Then we get hired by the Leafs. We're a Leafs show then.
Oh. So apologies if I have to cough or if I laugh, I feel like I need a cough. You guys have all been here. You know what it's like. Damn air conditioning. I think it's the AC in the car.
I think so too.
It just, I blared it a bit too much the other day, and I got destroyed.
Changing of the seasons.
Or
true.
maybe it's that restaurant hopping night in Etobicoke that we went on. It was
and
fun.
the Marlies game.
And the Marlies game.
Yeah.
Lots
Shaking
of things. A lot of handshaking.
Or it was me paying Danhausen to curse you so I can get my shot finally.
Jeremy in the chat. Take care of yourself, Sid. We need you for the World Cup. Listen, the World Cup, if I have to sit here and just write out stuff on a whiteboard and show it to you, I'll be here. I'll literally, or I'll just email stuff to Azo and say, read this. That's it. And then Azo rips Meso and he goes viral globally for
Try that? I'll talk into here and you just move your lips like you're saying it?
Yeah, exactly. That's your dream.
Be like one of those old Kung Fu movies.
Sid, now that we got your update, can we get a Santander update from Jordan? We have some Santander news coming up later on. A lot of good, healthy Jays news lately. I don't buy some of it, but whatever. We'll get to that a little
Do
later.
they actually have a rotation now?
Well, for now. Dylan Cisco's tonight.
Yeah.
That's not
Good
bad.
boy. Mustache almost back, by the way.
The bad news, Zach Wheeler, he's good. He's also throwing tonight. It's like the Phillies are a good team or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
Heard they have a good manager.
Yep. No Vladdy on that team.
Oh, damn.
The other thing I want to point out is the World Cup is 2 days away. It begins in Mexico. Canada's World Cup journey is 3 days away at BMO Field. I'm not saying Toronto Stadium. I refuse. And you're seeing things you've never seen before. Like our men's national soccer team yesterday, no exaggeration, got a police escort around town. Police escort. I've seen that with politicians. I've seen that with Bob McCown. I've seen that with Taylor Swift.
Johnny Football?
Johnny Football. That loser. And occasionally Arash Madani.
That's true.
I've never seen it with our men's national soccer team. I've been at BMO Field where Canada was taking on like Grenada in qualifying, and guys would just drive up in the parking lot and no one would notice them walking it. I've seen that. Not this team necessarily, but like other teams. This team this week, police escort. Man, you know how much sway you need in Toronto to be not affected by traffic? That is crazy. Toronto loves your ass in traffic. That's why it was built. It was good to see. We'll get to them a little later on. M. Pierce in the chat. What do you expect, Sid? They are in the FIFA. There's a reporter in this town who keeps saying it. I'm not going to say who it is. Someone keeps saying the FIFA begins Friday for Canada. I'm not kidding. It's the most insulting thing I've ever heard. Maybe not, but kind of. Azo, I'm going to take a walk here, voice pending. Do you mind? I'm going to take a stroll.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. If my voice goes in the middle of this, pick up the story.
I'll jump on.
Please.
All right.
Stanley Cup Finals going on currently. Game 4 tonight in Vegas. Vegas is up 2-1. Sounds like Brandon Bussey might start. I mean, listen, guys, Freddie Anderson's not the answer. And I know he's been through a tough time after the passing of his agent, Claude Lemieux. I do also want to acknowledge a bunch of players in sport who go through a bunch of terrible things with their families and loved ones that you never hear about. Everyone's dealing with a thing, right? Let's be honest. So I'm just saying at some point Freddie Anderson has a job to do. And quite frankly, so does Rod Brindamore as a coach. So if he's going to make a decision, I get it. Bussey looked pretty good the other night. Let's cut the BS. And he played a lot of good hockey for that team this season. So Game 4 Cup final tonight. But what's going on off the field from a coaching standpoint is just insane. And it got to the point yesterday where Kipper said on air that over the weekend he heard Peter Laviolette to the Leafs was done. And yesterday, Laviolette agrees to coach the Kings. We'll talk about that in a bit. But it's so crazy right now that that's not our lead. That Peter Laviolette Heisman'd possibly the Leafs. I want to go back, when was it? Like 20 days ago. And with all of the coaching stuff going on, a lot of teams looking to fill a vacancy, blah, blah, blah. Darren Dreger of TSN threw the following tweet out. It reads as follows. I asked Mike Babcock this morning about the idea of coaching again and the speculation around the Oilers. He said, Dregs, I'm retired. Loving it. Loving it. End of tweet. Now, when I first read that, I was just like, I mean, come on. I don't doubt he likes retirement and bullying whoever's in his life right now. But the thought of a team kind of reaching for Babcock nowadays seems a little far-fetched to me. But that's still a decent tweet from Dreger. That gets your attention. That was like 20 days ago. That was May the 20th. And for a lot of obvious reasons, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, there's no shot. No one's taking another shot at Mike Babcock. Reason one, he won a Stanley Cup in Detroit in 2008 as a head coach. That's his only Stanley Cup as a head coach. He went to a final with the Ducks, but he won one. And in 2019, ironically enough, around the time Babcock got fired by the Leafs, a lot of stuff came to the surface on Babcock. Now, this stuff internally, it sounds like in the hockey world, was sitting there for a while. But some Red Wing stories surfaced, and specifically around Johan Franzen and his treatment of a respected guy in the Red Wings room. Johan Franzen called Mike Babcock, quote, a terrible person, the worst I have ever met. He's a bully who was attacking people. It could be a cleaner, part of the custodial staff at the arena in Detroit, or anybody. He would lay into people without reason. Around the same time, Chris Chelios said this. It got to the point where poor Johan Franzen, no one really knew he was suffering with the concussion thing and the depression thing. He just broke down and had a nervous breakdown, not only on the bench, but after the game in one of the rooms in Nashville. It was probably one of the worst things I've seen. So those were some of the stories out of Detroit. Like a team with some winners on it. Tough teams concerning Mike Babcock. So that's, I read that Dreger tweet and I'm like, well, okay, that's the Detroit thing alone. Like that's going to carry. He's not going to get another shot. And then you go back to the Mitch Marner incident in Toronto. Reason 2. Babcock admitted to asking rookie Mitch Marner off the record to rank his teammates based on work ethic. Marner gives him the list as a rookie, a young kid, and Babcock showed the list to the rest of the team. Like that. Didn't flinch. Again, he was fired, Babcock, November 20th, 2019. Shanahan said the tactics, quote, were not appropriate or acceptable, and he needed to evolve from, quote, mentally abusive coaching styles. You have Chris Chelios, Johan Franzen, Brennan Shanahan, guys who've been in the league, okay? Put the Shanahan stuff aside. Like 600 goals, 2,000 penalty minutes. Pretty good player. The common thread here is Mike Babcock is a problem. The crazy thing is, around this time, 2017, guess who became a mental health advocate? I'll give you another 5 seconds on that. Guess who was saying, let's talk? Mike Babcock. I couldn't make that up if I tried. Could not make that up if I tried. And everyone bought it hook, line, and sinker for a while. It didn't last, but for a while people bought it. Like Mike Babcock give a damn about anyone's mental health. So I read the Dreger tweet and I'm like, well, there's 2 stories immediately that come to mind. I'm like, that's not, there's no way Mike Babcock's going to get hired again. There's no way. And then I go back to Columbus. It was 2023, and I forgot about this. It was the first day of free agency. It was July 1st. Columbus, after his contract was officially done with the Leafs, Babcock collected all the money. I'm not mad at him for that. He collected all the MLSE money. And on July 1st, 2023, Columbus hires Mike Babcock. President John Davidson, GM Jarmo Kekalainen. They bring in Babcock. And, you don't hear much of it. And as training camp approaches, mid-September, when was this clip? September 12th is the clip we're about to run for you. September 12th, 2023 is when Paul Bissonnette entered the chat and spit in chiclets. So as the season progressed for Columbus under new head coach Mike Babcock, stories began to spread about what Babcock was asking, not just of the rookies, but of his captain for Columbus. And it involved cell phones and looking at camera rolls and pictures. I admire what the Spitting Chicklets guys have done. I aim to emulate it numbers-wise one day. Might not get there. I'm rather ambitious with this. But the clip we're about to run you, arguably, considering the bomb that it dropped on the NHLPA and the league, is still arguably the most infamous clip in Spitting Chicklets history. No one saw this coming. I don't think Biz saw it coming, because even he admitted in later interviews this was a lot that followed. A lot. But again, this is like a week before camp is set to begin for Columbus with new head coach Mike Babcock. And Paul Bissonnette is hearing things. Run it.
We're going to talk about, I almost want to just tease it. Will we wait till the Metro preview to talk about Columbus and what we're hearing out of there, Biz?
No, let's talk about it right now. This player who texted me said he has about 20 stories exactly like the one I'm about to tell you. And some of you have maybe already heard what he had done in the past, where he called in players from his team and he'll say, let me see your phone. I want to see open up your photos and I want to see who you are as a person. The players in the past have obviously handed over their phone. They plug it in, and I think it's a video coach plugs it in, and then they bring it up on a flat screen, and he goes through the camera roll on your phone to see what type of person you are. This is what I'm hearing anyway, right? And this is coming from somebody in the NHL. So he gets to Columbus, and one of the first things he does is he calls in Boone Jenner, the captain, and he says, let me see the photos in your phone. I want to know the type of person you are. What the is going on?
Is that even legal?
It feels like it's totally illegal.
I want to get him on the podcast to grill him about his antics as a head coach.
That was September the 12th, 2023. Season's about to begin in Columbus. He's not only asking to see pictures, he's putting them up on the flat screen in a room to see what you're about. I have one very strong theory as to what Babcock was really trying to do there. I'm going to keep that to myself. If you could read my mind. Not hard. But I'm going to keep that to myself. Regardless, no one saw that story coming. That was September 12th. 5 days later, Babcock was fired. 5 days. Do you know how badly in the NHL you have to screw up to get fired 5 days after something drops? Like, you have to really screw up. That's not how the NHL normally works. And the wild part is, Columbus, their first opportunity to speak on this was Media Day in Columbus. Media Day means all the media is there. Just by chance. News, sports, everybody. They're there. So President John Davidson and Jarmo Kekalainen, the GM, had to speak on this. I've heard executives eat crow before. This was next level. And this is what happens when you mess with the nuke. That is Mike Babcock. John Davidson is the first voice you hear, followed by Kekalainen.
I'm very disappointed. We went through a process earlier this summer prior to hiring Mike Babcock as our head coach, but we got it wrong, and that's on us. I can promise you we will learn from this moving forward. I also understand the criticism that we are getting. It is deserved, but all we can do now is learn from it and do everything we can to help our coaches and players get ready for the season. I know this is a major misstep that we have to move past. On a very personal note, this is one of the toughest times I've been a part of in my long dealings and career in the National Hockey League. It's very troubling for me.
This morning I had a meeting with the players and I apologized for any inconvenience, awkward situation that this may have put them in, and it was my sincere apology to them. I'm extremely disappointed by what has transpired over the last week. We understood the dynamics of hiring Mike before we did so, and understand the criticism now. We believe our players and everyone else inside and outside our organization should be treated with respect all the times.
The voice you just heard was fired 5 months later, Jarmo Kekalainen, fired. And John Davidson was reassigned in May of next year. He was no longer the president of the Columbus Blue Jackets. I've seen bleep storms before. That one was a Category 5 hurricane that rolls in and out same night. That was a wild one in 2023. Wild. So back on May 20th, let me reset it one more time. Darren Dreger puts out a pretty juicy tweet that Mike Babcock loves retirement. Whenever you're hearing about Mike Babcock, I didn't even realize that the Babcock noise in Edmonton was growing like that. But Dreger says, nope. Mike Babcock says he loves retirement. And considering the Red Wings stuff post facto, the Mitch Marner story post facto, everything that happened in Columbus post facto, I mean, he won a cup. It was in 2008. Like, Quenneville has more. Daryl Sutter has more. Mike Sullivan has more. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Mike Babcock in the Canadian media for a long time has been made to be the best coach in the league. He hasn't been. I got news for you. Statistically, there are others. There are others. But Mike, either out of fear or respect or some combination of the two, was at people eating out of his hand for a long time in the media, carrying a lot of water. A lot of water. And for all those reasons, I'm like, yeah, there's no shot. Dreger, good tweet. Nice try. You sly fox. There's no way Mike Babcock's coming back in the NHL, let alone a spot where, like, there's some intensity and expectation. No chance. Azzo hit me with the tweet yesterday. Darren Dreger, 19 days after that initial Babcock tweet yesterday. We were just off air. I believe this was 2:35 p.m. Eastern. It reads as follows. The Edmonton Oilers, according to sources, are consulting with the NHLPA to see if there are objections that must be resolved before potentially hiring Mike Babcock. Amid allegations of invading players' privacy, Babcock resigned in Columbus as head coach in 2023. Further investigation may be required. An important note, because back in 2023, he technically stepped aside. He was fired, but he technically stepped aside, no investigation. But the wild part of that tweet to me is to see if there are any objections that must be resolved before potentially hiring Mike Babcock. Not talking to Mike Babcock. Hiring. Insinuating the talking has already happened with Mike Babcock. So that was 2:35 Eastern yesterday. And there was a lot of early Twitter reaction to that along the lines of, like, how can they do this to McDavid and Draisaitl? Well, seems like everyone was kind of in on it because 3.5 hours later on Oilers Now on radio station CHED in Edmonton, the Ched, Bob Stauffer got in front of a mic at 4 p.m. local, 6 p.m. Eastern. And the Oilers obviously didn't put anything out. The Oilers, I don't know if you've noticed this, they can't keep a secret right now, the Oilers. Not a good place to be. Chris Knobloch, Bruce Cassidy, not a good place to be. There could be a leak-off between the Oilers and Keith Pelly right now. It's a scary place. But we didn't hear from the Oilers technically. However, Bob Stauffer in Edmonton is about as connected as you get. And Bob kind of sat in front of a microphone with some things to say yesterday because he is connected and he wanted to paint a picture for not only Oiler fans but people in hockey who have been hurt by this as to who knew what, when, and how, and what the plan is. Considering how sourced up Bob Stauffer is, I think you need to listen to this in terms of what the organization's thinking. Again, this was yesterday on CHED radio in Edmonton.
Happens sometimes as we sit and we go, well, let's just wait and see what transpires over the next little while. But we're not going to do that today. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to tell you exactly the way it is, okay? 100% Mike Babcock is the Edmonton Oilers guy, okay? From ownership to management to the players. He is the selection for the Edmonton Oilers Hockey Club. There were several different parties involved with this. At various times, Mike Babcock has not only spoken to Edmonton Oilers owner Daryl Cates, but he has met with Daryl Cates. He has met with the Oilers' key players. He has met with Harrison Cates. He's obviously met with Oilers president Jeff Jackson and Oilers general manager Stan Bowman. And he is the Oilers' choice. So let's just get that right out of any sort of possible debate. What does this all mean? And the Edmonton Oilers do not have shy players, okay? The Edmonton Oilers are in a win-now mode, and they don't just want to win for one more year. They want to win for perpetuity here over the next several years. And they need to have a coach that has shown the ability to win and the ability to put structure and process in a team's game and the ability to have the top players deal with the fact that the best want to be led. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, they want to win. They want to win more desperately than anybody you could possibly imagine. And that stems from ownership to management to the players.
Someone in the chat asked, it's A2 Zimi writes this. Who is this clown? That's not a clown. That's one of the most sourced Oiler reporters in the business. That's Bob Stauffer. Do a little research before you call people clowns. He's been in this business a long time. Okay? I'll stand for a lot in this seat. I'm self-deprecating. I get it. Let's be careful with that. He's a very sourced guy. Very. So when he's speaking, there's some weight behind it. He has information. And the one part of that clip that's undeniable, obviously, is across the board, Mike Babcock has basically talked to everyone who matters in that organization. That has already happened a while ago. I don't know if he was talking to the Oilers the day he texted to Dreger that he was enjoying retirement, but it's been going on for a while. A few things. There was no suspension here on Mike Babcock, right? Like let's remember what happened in Columbus. It was super awkward. Like he wasn't suspended in Toronto. He wasn't suspended in Detroit. He wasn't suspended in Columbus. There were some stories that were weird. But he wasn't suspended. Now, the reason you ask the Players Association if there's a problem here is because there was no investigation in Columbus. If that investigation, it is decided by the PA/the NHL is needed, once again, the Oilers are in a situation here where they have to wait. And they've been waiting on Bruce Cassidy for a while. As some of us have been trying to tell you, Vegas is not letting Bruce Cassidy next season go to Edmonton. That was pretty clear early. So the Oilers, because they have to, you can't be that dumb of a franchise. You got to pivot. And clearly Craig Berube didn't hit it out of the park in the interview. So they go to Mike Babcock. Now, there's a chance there's no investigation on Babcock for Columbus, and the contract is sitting in the inbox of Mike Babcock and his agent ready to go. How long that contract is really interests me. With McDavid 2 years out from free agency. I'm curious what that contract is. Is that like a short-term Tortorella? Because if it is, you're getting completely unfiltered Babcock. Or is it longer than that? I don't know. The other thing is Stan Bowman reaching out to Mike Babcock is the least surprising thing when you really think about it of all time. Not exactly a due diligence GM, Stan Bowman, as we all know. But the desperation here is shocking from Edmonton. It's a little shocking. And I'm less interested in the organizational desperation as I am in Connor McDavid. Because let's cut the BS. McDavid is signing off on this. And Connor McDavid, like a few days ago, I'll remind you, was once again voted on by his peers, by the players, as the best player in the league and recipient of the Ted Lindsay Award. I believe his 5th Ted Lindsay Award. Voted on by the players. Do you know how many players in that league hate Mike Babcock? A lot. A lot. That Columbus story didn't go over well. And here you have Connor McDavid, who clearly is involved in this, who constantly is praised by his peers around the league, all of a sudden going NWO and bringing in the guy who's probably most hated among the PA, in Mike Babcock. I think there's a lot of angles to this. I don't think this is being talked about enough. Connor McDavid turned heel on his own union with this. Some would argue he turned heel by not getting a raise the next 2 years and keeping his salary the same. Now, it's a personal decision. That's a championship decision. But you know the folks in the union didn't like that. That's not how that works, especially with a guy like McDavid. Connor McDavid has signed off on bringing in one of the most hated coaches in the league. That's how badly he wants to win, too. I have not seen a level of desperation from a superstar and his team in my life like what's playing out right now in Edmonton. I cannot wrap my head around it. I think they're better than that, personally. I think they're better than that. Stan Bowman's an idiot. I think that's the problem. If you really think Mike Babcock is going to get Evan Bouchard to play defense, you can believe that all day and night. Go ahead. The fool fairy is going to come down and sprinkle some dust on Evan Bouchard. Go ahead. Go ahead. He's been out of the league. How many years has Mike Babcock coached? Like 2019 with the Leafs? That's it. There might have been a world championship somewhere in there. I don't know. It's been a long time. The PR hit you are going to take on this from other players around the league, from potential free agents, from agents, you are ostracizing yourself. You are putting yourself on an island here. And it's avoidable. But that's how insane they are in Edmonton to get this right next season. I've never seen anything like it. And McDavid's in the middle of it. Daryl Cates, the owner, and Jeff Jackson, the president, and Stan Bowman, sure, get mad at whoever you want up top. Nothing happens without 97 signing off on it. Nothing. And Connor McDavid, in his quest to finally win a cup, is saying, I know everything else that this guy has done. I don't care. Let's win the cup. That's his brethren on the other side. A former Four Nations teammate, Olympic teammate, Mitch Marner, by the way. This has major league risk for Edmonton. Major league risk. Not just this coming season, but in terms of what players you can bring in going forward. This is a bad move. Bad move. And whether it happens or not is now irrelevant. The horses are out of the barn in terms of what you're thinking. It's panic season. I just never thought I'd see McDavid do the same thing. I've seen Daryl Cates do it. I've seen Jeff Jackson do it. I've seen Stan Bowman do it. I'm stunned McDavid's now doing it too. Because he's putting part of his reputation on the line with this. Because the other thing is, it's obvious McDavid doesn't want to win a cup anywhere else. He doesn't want to be Kevin Durant. He doesn't. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. That's a bad look. Kevin Durant will never be respected like that, ever. And Connor McDavid feels a certain way about that market and the fan base and the organization. But to make this deal with this person is a bridge too far for a lot of folks. If I'm Vegas, I'm howling at this. Howling. Kelly McCrimmon, well played. I thought Tortorella going in there would be a bad idea. This was a whole nother level that no one was concocting. And not just McDavid. I don't want to just put it on him. Like Draisaitl's having to say in this too. Zach Hyman played for 4 years with Mike Babcock. They seem like they're on good terms, despite the Marner thing. I find that interesting. I'd love to hear what Zach Hyman thinks of this. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'm still not convinced the PA and the NHL are going to let this happen. Because I think there's some people in the NHL office still genuinely concerned and a little scared of dealing with the Mike Babcock brand again. That Columbus story 3 years ago did not go over well inside league offices. And the league and the PA were in simpatico on that. There wasn't a lot of daylight. They agreed on a lot of that in terms of what should happen. It's been 22 hours since that report came out, give or take. And I'm still sitting here floored. That's outstanding reporting from Darren Dreger. I'm still floored at that. And the unfortunate part is, for McDavid specifically, there's an element to this where he can't claim ignorance, and I think his reputation's been dinged a little bit. This guy has been abusive to players in the past, and you're ignoring it. It's your choice. But you bought it now. And I love me some Connor McDavid. Don't even start with that. But they're now all in the same boat. This is a burn the boats moment for the Oilers. They've reached shore, they're up. They're either dealing with what's ahead or they're drowning. One of the two. We'll see. Yeah, that Vegas move not letting Cassidy interview was pretty smart, eh? All you idiots saying, what's Vegas doing? What's Vegas doing? You're an idiot. They're not. That's what they're doing. The Oilers can't successfully pick up a subway order, let alone find a coach ready for this challenge. They're going to hand him Bruce Cassidy? Bruce Cassidy, here you go. Get out of here. How naive can you possibly be? They've been to 3 Cup finals in 9 years of existence. You think they're stupid? You think they're that dumb to hand them Bruce Cassidy? The bomb just went off less than a month later. It's perfectly played by Vegas. And they're going to win a cup on top of it with Marner getting a Conn Smythe. What a week and a bit they're going to have. If I'm a player around the league and I feel strongly about this Babcock story, I'm thinking today, what the hell is going on in Edmonton? And why is Connor good with it? That's what I'm asking today. Sorry, Ezra.
Why are you apologizing? How are you feeling after that stroll?
I think it was needed.
Yeah. You did a good job, but you're holding up okay?
I'm disappointed with Connor.
Yeah.
The rest of them, this is actually like par for the Stan Bowman course. Right. I'm fine with it. Jeff Jackson is completely unqualified for the position he has. I'm not surprised by that. Daryl Cates has been twisting with the wind forever in that city. It's Connor I'm stunned by.
Do they think,
stunned.
Like, does he think his team needs to get serious? Like, why?
No, but that's it. You're bang on. Like that. Listen, there is a part of me that understands that to a point. Like Bruce Cassidy means you want to get serious.
Yeah.
Like Craig, Berube must have completely flubbed that interview, man.
I was thinking the same thing. What happened in that?
That was never going to happen. Never going to happen. They were being kind to Craig. But Craig, the Berube story is what we suspected. His reputation's garbage after that season in Toronto. So don't even start with that again.
But who's the guy who throws Babcock's name into? Somebody in the chat. I want to acknowledge 2 things.
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing, we apparently we're having some mic levels we've been trying to fix with some stuff because last week we noticed some things are bad. I think we got it figured out now, so I apologize for any of that.
No, all good, all good.
Yeah, with your mic and some of the clips or whatever, but I think we're settled now.
All right.
And number two, somebody's like, slow news day? No, Babcock coming back into the league.
Slow
Pretty
news
big.
day.
Yeah, somebody made that comment
Hold
in
on.
the chat. Is that why we're talking about this?
Sorry. So the Oilers trying to land Mike Babcock for the McDavid final
Run.
curtain call in Edmonton, technically. You don't think that's news?
Well, here's a guy who resigned.
Sorry, bud.
But time out. Like, to Dreger's point, he resigned because then there wouldn't be an investigation, right?
Yep. So now what
shouldn't
happens?
there be an investigation?
I think there's 100% should be an investigation. Yes. 100%. Why? Because it's deserved. And those guys in Columbus who had to deal with this garbage, the NHLPA flew into Columbus like the next day or 2 days later.
Well, like you said, 5 days is nothing for a story to break and you to get fired 5 days later. And like you said, those two executives not lasting too far after that tells you something.
Again, and he quit. Let's be clear. He was fired. You and I both know he was fired.
No, he quit, so there wasn't an investigation.
Quit. Yes, correct.
Because then more would have probably come out.
Yes.
No, he quit because he didn't want them digging more into the stuff he was doing.
Space Cow in the chat. The Hail McMary. It feels like it. It's a good line.
But this is a veteran team. Like, could they all be okay with it because of that?
Don't tell me Zach Hyman didn't play a role in this either.
No. 100%.
I think we're looking way too much at the usual suspects. We're now looking at players. What's going on is the thing that we kind of talked about after Knobloch was let go. We were just saying, let McDavid pick the guy.
Right.
Just who cares at this point?
But now
I didn't think I thought Cassidy would always be the first pick. I didn't know this would be the second pick.
I didn't know this would be on the list at all.
I didn't think it was possible.
But now the best player in the league, the face of the league, maybe is putting the NHLPA in a spot.
Oh, this is not going over well. There are large sections of the PA that want to see Mike Babcock's ass walk away for the rest of their career. They don't want to see his face again. Mr. Mental Health Advocate, Mike Babcock. They don't want to see him again. And you're telling me the guy who was just voted the 10 Lidsley Award winner again by his peers. So McDavid is respected beyond words internally, or he was 48 hours ago, is pulling that. Connor can't run from this. Connor cannot run from this one. This is a hell of a gamble. It's a hell of a gamble. No one is going to suggest at all that he was some wallflower on this.
How about this? Mitch Marner wins his first Stanley Cup, wins the Conn Smythe, and he talks, some of those dark times are laid at this guy's feet.
I mean, I haven't, that one, I hear you. I have no idea what he's talking about.
But it had to, like you said, from a rookie season to put a guy on the spot like that.
That was one of the worst stories for a rookie I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
That Marner story. No one, I don't care what you think of Mitch. That was way uncalled for that young man.
100%.
Way uncalled for.
Yeah.
Now, I also find it interesting all these stories came out, especially with the Leafs, when Babcock was gone. Cowardly.
Well, remember, the Leafs, how much money did they throw at him? He was the most sought-after coach when they hired him.
Wait a second, Azo.
Yeah.
Brandon in the chat's bringing this up. Zach Hyman's family organization, the Brantford Bulldogs, hired Babcock's son as head coach. That's true, right?
I believe so. I know there was a connection.
I didn't realize it was, but that was the connection. I knew there was a family connection between Brantford and the Babcocks.
No, I think everybody, to your point, is saying like Hyman has to definitely have a hand in this somehow.
First day, if this goes through, Media Day this year in Edmonton is going to be even more interesting than last year's Media Day when McDavid hadn't been signed yet.
Take some heat off Stan Bowman, huh?
I never thought I'd say that in my life, but I think you're right.
When you thought Jari could be the worst move he could make, then there's this.
I mean...
But if this is how McDavid wants to ride out, wow.
Now awake in the chat. Babcock coaches, wins cups. Didn't do that in Toronto.
Yeah.
Won a cup.
Yeah.
Singular.
Cups? Yeah.
Singular.
I was going to say.
He can't hold Joel Quenneville's jockstrap. Or Paul Maurice. Or John Cooper.
But I'm glad you brought that up. Because
Easy with the Babcock is the messiah of coaches. Easy.
The fact that Quenneville is now back in the league and had some success this year, you think that plays a little bit into this?
Maybe a little. Because Quenneville's situation was dicier.
Right.
that story.
100%.
Meanwhile, Edmonton have the GM who was involved in that story too.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy.
Wait, right?
But the Quenneville thing was like bad,
Yeah.
really bad, and he's back in the league. So you can't argue with is the NHL a forgiving place that way? Of course it is, to a fault, obviously. But I just think there's going to be a lot. I have more questions about the players than the executives for Edmonton right now. I have a lot more.
But again, putting your
lot
own
more.
PA in this situation now.
It is like there are some very interesting conversations going on inside the Players Association.
There has to be.
A lot. But again, Connor McDavid is the guy who for 2 years said, "Don't give me a raise."
Mm-hmm.
No one in the PA like that. Hurts the cause.
Of course.
But Connor McDavid is doing that to try and win. To try and bring in the pieces to help him win, like Tristan Jarry. Sort of.
Well, no, this to me says a lot more about some of his other teammates, especially maybe that defensive core in that, where again, like, time to get serious.
Well, I keep reading. Spec keeps having reports that Darnell Nurse is on the way out. Yeah. That's a big contract. I'm intrigued by Darnell Nurse in a different market.
Same.
I'm intrigued. You're never winning a cup with Evan Bouchard. You're never doing it. You don't know hockey if you think you're winning with Evan Bouchard. He is irresponsible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
To get you 100 points.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. How are people in the chat feeling about this? Sorry, I was looking dead at a camera for about 40 minutes.
There's like mixed emotions about it. I think the most people feel the same way and understand why it's a story and how could they do this? Why would they do this? There's some like, I don't think seeing the big deal in it.
DV8R in the chat. Babcock is 100% business. Perfect for a team with no prospects. I mean, Matt Savoy, they have some prospects.
Yeah.
They have the kid Howard in the AHL. He might play next year. I don't know.
But it speaks to the more veteran team where you're trying to win right now, I guess. But here's another guy. Like, he hasn't even been in the league. And like you said, his last job just blew up.
Yeah, I joining in, desperate. Yeah, I mean, clearly. That's an obvious part of this. But again, I'm still not convinced they get him. The league and the PA, I mean, technically it's the league.
Yeah.
Don't tell me the PA is not going to have a say in this.
They have to. Well, they have to protect the players he did this to, that he did bully and invade their privacy.
I think the PA just want the report. I think they're more interested in throwing a wrench into Babcock's plan than the actual report.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. And if I'm the PA, I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I feel the exact same way. Like I need to listen to my people. There's no way this is going over well. I don't know.
You're stuck now. You're stuck between the face of the franchise, this face of the league, and again those players he bullied and did that to.
Yep. Like again, you're hearing like the NHLers have described it as bullying his tactics. Like NHLers. Chris Chelios was not an avoidance type of defenseman.
No,
he'd go in there.
Exactly.
And
if he's calling it that,
Marty Walsh is going to have some questions. The head of the PA for the NHL. This is going to be fascinating, man.
It is. And for Vegas, just trying to hold up the coaching market, and the fact these guys couldn't wait till the Stanley Cup was over, like, man.
Slosh Hogger in the chat. Mike Medano, 1,499 career games. Yeah, he wouldn't let him play his 1,500 game.
That's right. That's right.
And didn't Mike Babcock sit Jason Spezza opening night?
I believe so.
When he was a Leaf and his whole family was there?
Yep.
What a dick. Like,
I don't think there's any other way to say it.
That is amazing. And you thought that through too. That wasn't some wasn't some quick decision.
Totally purpose.
You
on purpose.
Mr. Health Advocate. Mr. Health Advocate. Mental health advocate. Yeah. Get out of here. Joke. Dude, I don't think this is I'm not convinced this is happening. Oilers might need a third terrible idea.
Well, could this make, to your point, like the league has to have a say in this? Could this make the league kind of strong arm Vegas to kind of release Cassidy? Because you'd rather have Cassidy in the league than Babcock?
You know what? If I'm Vegas and I'm about to win the cup, my second cup in 9 years of existence, and if Bill Daly calls me up and I'm Kelly McCrimmon, I'm like, if you want me to release Bruce Cassidy, you're going to have to sue me because I have contractual grounds.
Yeah.
So I'll see you in court. So either way, he's not coaching the Oilers next year. Either I don't let him or we're in litigation. That doesn't move quick either.
No, of course not.
There's ways the Oilers still very much might not get Mike Babcock. It sounds like the deal's been cut.
And Vegas sound like they might have an issue with the league already. They wouldn't mind pushing some more.
Oh, if I'm Vegas, you're feeling yourself if you're Vegas right now.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
But I just wondered if this is like a tactic to try and make them do something about Cassidy.
Andrew in the chat, go find Daryl Sutter. Interesting call. Yeah, there was. Dude, what if we get to a point in this whole thing where the Oilers are begging Jay Woodcroft to come back?
Can you imagine?
That would be
Who else is it,
unbelievable,
right?
That would be unbelievable. They got to a Western Final with Jay. It's not like Jay didn't he lost
Again,
a ton of games.
I'm pretty sure Connor and Leon had their best years under him.
Like the next year was rough.
If they're going to be the guys to carry you anyways, why not? Why not?
Oh
Who's
my
left?
God. First, last numbers in the chat. DJ Smith is looking for work. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I don't know where this is going. I think this has been the most damaging month and a half for the Oilers I can remember in a long time.
Seriously.
Their reputation is garbage. They are not to be trusted. They are not creating an environment where a free agent wants to come in or someone is willing to waive their no movement to come in, which could be a possibility too. You never know.
Well, why would you want to coach there? Like after seeing what they did to Knobloch. I mean, I'm sure they're paying him for the next 3 years, but they just went underhandedly.
Listen, coaches want to coach, but I'm talking about players with options.
Certain coaches, yeah.
I'm talking about players with options this offseason. Got news for you, Edmonton. Kind of an important offseason. And picking up some kid from Detroit who's played one game in his life ain't going to get you to where you need to go. I got news for you.
And if
I keep reading about this goalie in Detroit's played one NHL game in his life. And they're like, oh, we're going to bring him in. Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. That's the bar. Those might have got you in trouble before.
How do players look at Edmonton?
Yeah.
Because clearly you don't have enough of them that are good. So you need more good ones. Is this going to help? This going to help? You are that irresponsible of an organization. A, you can't keep a secret. B, your star players love Babcock.
Obviously.
When's the last time you heard elite level players say Babcock's the guy?
That's the guy.
The entire leadership group, according to Bob Stauffer, has been involved in this. I don't know if that involves Bouchard and Nurse. Not sure. But we know who it did involve. Let's not be dumb. I don't know where this is. I don't know where this is going. And listen, there's a lot of Edmonton fans here. I understand the relax and it's not that bad and this and that. This is a disaster for you.
No.
Disaster.
But I wonder if fans just think, because you're right, it was the wording of the tweet that said, potentially hiring Mike Babcock.
All the conversations that needed to have
done.
have happened. Yes.
Everyone
100%.
signed off on it.
Dreger knew what he was doing wording it that way.
100%.
It was a brilliant tweet. That meant fait accompli. The contract is in his email box right
Once
now.
the league and the PA sign off on him, it's done.
Dude. Chris in the chat. Dan Housen for Oilers coach. Might get to that point.
Yeah, if you can curse the other team, then what does it matter who's playing defense or?
I mean, listen, the funny part is the roster's so poorly constructed, it really doesn't matter who's coaching them. That's the irony of the discussion we're having.
So bring in a problematic coach to try and get them to play better?
I think Connor McDavid needs to be grilled by the media. Listen, that Edmonton media, I have a lot of faith in when it's time for grilling. When it's barbecue season, I look at Speck and Rashog and all these guys.
What if Connor's just about to do his heel change to get out of town and just join another
NWO
team and do the Kevin Durant,
the Northlands Coliseum World Order?
Wow.
NWO in Edmonton. How about that? This is the heel turn from Connor I was not expecting.
Me neither.
I was not expecting this.
But it seems like it's coming.
And after next season, Dylan Larkin and Connor McDavid in Florida. How about that?
Or Vegas.
But McDavid doesn't want that. McDavid doesn't want that. I don't think.
I wouldn't imagine.
Dylan Larkin, third
I wouldn't
man.
think McDavid wanted Babcock either, so who knows?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right.
Crazy.
All right. Anything else on this?
No.
I'm stunned. I am stunned that this is the development for the Oilers. I also would have ripped Craig Berube, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, there are some names out there I don't think are helping at all.
Now, I want that 55 name list that the Leafs interviewed or talked to. For Babcock, you better not have been on that. And then there's got to be 55 names you could hire before Babcock, but they think Babcock's the guy.
Hold on. Because 55 is a lot of names.
It's a lot of names.
Do you think the
dude.
Leafs talked to Babcock?
No.
It's 55 names, man.
That's what I mean. Could they find 55 names before him? I would think so. I couldn't, dude. They would never go back there, would they?
55 names is like every head coach and almost every top assistant in the NHL.
But
That's a lot.
They got a veteran team like Edmonton, maybe. I don't know. But
let's go down this road. You reach out to 55 people for head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. What are the odds one of them is not Mike Babcock? Because we're here roasting Edmonton.
If you would ask me this yesterday, I'd say zero. Like,
John Chaika was free with that information.
And
We
there's
talked to
another guy.
55 people.
just the way Stan Bowman was given another chance, Trico was given another chance.
I would
maybe.
No. No.
Wait, what are the analytics on,
No,
on
I
Mike Babcock?
That's a crazy notion. I forgot how it ended. Ed Rogers is still there. No.
Yeah, no.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Unless.
They think he could work.
Unless. Oh, man. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a soap opera, man.
I will.
How the coaching carousel turns.
Azzo and I will keep you updated if we hear anything else.
Like, there's got to be more to come out on this. Got to be.
Oh, yeah. What's weird is this morning, no one has anything new. The Oilers are freaked out.
Yeah.
The Oilers are freaked out, right? I'm stunned no one has something this morning on this. That's not how this works in this country, which means the ranks have been kind of pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see. Is my voice gone, or can we still continue with the show?
We can continue.
Can we still do this?
How you feeling?
I feel like this thing is about to leave.
All right. Well, let's get to some.
I feel like
stuff.
I feel like my voice has 1 year left on its contract before UFA, and feels like it needs a change.
Give me your phone. Let me see what's on.
Go ahead.
See why you lost your voice.
Go ahead. Family and cat photos is what you're going to see. Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
All right. We got to get to a couple other things, and then I'll let you take time off.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So the Kipper Peter Laviolette thing yesterday. Once again, for those who missed it, Peter Laviolette is now the new head coach of the LA Kings. And Kipper on The Real Kipper and Bourne said he was told over the weekend Laviolette was getting the Leafs job. He was in town. And all of a sudden, he's gone. He's with the Kings.
I said it yesterday. I think Laviolette would have signed whatever contract was given to him with a job offer. First one there. He wants to coach. It's very obvious.
I guess.
I think whoever offered him a job first, he was signing that contract, whoever it was.
I don't excuse me. I don't believe. Yeah, like I'd like to live in a world where the Leafs didn't think Laviolette was the guy, but Kipper was told differently. Kipper has good sources.
But we've heard this before where other guys thought they were getting a job and then they didn't, right?
True, but let me go down a road. Follow me down this road.
All right.
Because the one thing I did think about was, what if Laviolette had the choice?
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
The Kings are an awful hockey team.
Yeah.
Who continuously make the playoffs because they're in an awful division. And when they get in the playoffs, they get pumped constantly. They picked up Artemi Panarin. There is no plan. Right. Kopitar's gone. They have no 1C. Now, obviously, Ken Holland's going to try and make moves. That's what Ken Holland does. But, like, I don't see a lot on that Kings team right now where I get excited about it. I don't.
Totally.
They have no high pick this year. Like, unless they make a move, I don't know what's there. I look at the Leafs. As flawed as they are, there's still some talent up top and a first overall pick coming in.
And a year removed from winning the division, and yeah.
100%. Is there a possibility the Leafs job is not what it used to be?
Well, I mean, can both things be true? I don't think it is what it used to be, but it's still got Austin Matthews. It's still got, like, that's more than LA has. I think just the opportunity to coach one of the best players in the league, like, it makes it more attractive, no? That's why people put Edmonton above Toronto.
Well, you would think.
You would think.
again, I'm leaning on the report from Kyprios.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm leaning on the report that he was like the guy, which I wouldn't have agreed with.
No.
But like, are we in a world where if Peter Laviolette has a choice between a garbage Kings team and the biggest hockey market in the world,
Well,
this market doesn't get the coach it wants?
okay. So here's the one thing I'd say to that. I think the Kings have more of a direction. Like they know all their job is to make the playoffs. And like they barely made it last year. With
But
all
to
their
me, that's
overtime
not.
wins.
But see, where you and I disagree is that's not direction.
No, but for the Kings it is. No, you've talked about this where some teams, their goal is just to make the playoffs.
But they're so good at just making the playoffs, they can't do anything else. Yeah. Literally, they reach their plateau every year because they're not a good team.
Right.
And they're in the middle, so they're never going to get any better. At least the Leafs have this rare opportunity this year to pick up a stud scoring winger.
Yeah. But the West is easier to make the division. Like you win one round in LA and you're probably celebrated. Here, it's going to be Stanley Cup or buzz, right? I don't know. I'm just saying to you, like, but I'm saying for the Leafs, like their direction, to your point of we're hearing experience coaching, we're hearing a guy who's never been coached. Like, what is their direction? You went over this yesterday. They're giving you vibes that they don't know what direction they want to go in. Is it a retool? Is it a rebuild? For a coach, that might be hard to take to sign a paper on. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Like if you go in there and they're talking to this guy and they're talking to a guy without experience, like you're hearing all these reports. If they're not being clear on what direction they want to go, like as a coach, how do you know? And you don't know what your roster is. Again, they're trying to turn over as much of this roster as they can. You don't know that the roster you're signing the job for right now is going to be a roster come opening night.
No, it's true. It's true. Devin in the chat, Elias Patterson is going to L.A. His wife's from L.A. He will agree on a trade. You're hearing that now and again. Mm-hmm. You're hearing that the Kings are not going to look like the Kings by opening night next season.
Right.
Now, what does that mean with Elias Patterson there? I don't know.
But you'd like to think that about the Leafs as well.
Yeah, but like...
But you're right. You got Austin. You got the number one pick, whoever it is.
I just think that's a hell of a move because the Kings have no plan or future. They literally just lost Kopitar.
Yeah.
Doughty is a couple years away from saying that's it.
Yeah.
Like, what is
Maybe
the
even
plan?
sooner, yeah.
Like, if that were a choice thing with Laviolette, that's terrifying if you're the Leafs.
Oh, for sure.
That's terrifying. And maybe you say to hell with it, bring in Joe Pavelski with 0 professional games of coaching experience.
But we also kind of went over this with the GM search. Like, was it guys turning them down maybe? And that's why they went back to Chaika?
I mean,
like,
I found that interesting that Kipper had that report.
No, the Leafs are in a
and
weird
then it
spot.
flipped that quickly. To a team that has no real future, with all due respect to the Kings, what is the future? They're going to trade Byfield eventually.
Oh, yeah. They have to.
Like, they've lost their 1 seed. Doughty's he's going to leave soon. They're not a good team. How many overtime games do they have this year?
It's the only reason they made the playoffs.
They have no separation with anyone else they play against. 0.
Pillow fight.
I don't know. That's a weird look for the Leafs. If that's how it played out,
Maybe
I think that's a
Laviolette
weird look
is
for the
just
Leafs.
Sticking it to Toronto because he heard all the shows say they didn't want him anyway.
Laviolette did every show.
I know, but then he heard people talk about how they didn't want him. So he's just like, fine, I'll go to LA. I wouldn't mind living in LA.
Enjoy the
end up in a
0
better
shows
place.
you're doing out in LA.
Or
Enjoy
he
the
knows-
0 shows you're doing out there.
Or he knows Austin's going to LA. I'm just saying.
Olerud on first in the chat. I think it was a choice.
Great handle.
Great handle, A. B, for the Leafs' sake, I hope that's not true.
And James says
I hope
you could
that's
probably pitch UFAs more on LA. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Do LA hand out no movement clauses like Toronto? Come on.
Nope, they don't. Okay, how about you want some good Leaf news? Let's talk good Leaf news. So I mentioned that Ryan Leslie of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment did a bunch of good interviews at the Combine last week in Buffalo. And one of them was Gavin McKenna, who you may have heard of. And I mean, it's pretty obvious when you hear McKenna speak. He wants to be a Leaf, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
you want to go first overall?
You want to go first overall. You want to have that on your mantle forever. It's an amazing thing to say, and he's worked for the privilege. But it's clear, he's really thinking this through with the Leafs. So Ryan Leslie of MLSE spoke to Gavin McKenna last week at the Combine in Buffalo. And they first start off with the trip that John Chaika took to Whitehorse, Yukon. And there was a development in that story I wasn't aware of. You'll pick it up when McKenna says it here. It's pretty interesting. And then Ryan Leslie asked him about Toronto and what it would be like to live in Toronto. So this is the conversation between Ryan Leslie and Gavin McKenna.
Like when the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs came to Whitehorse to spend some time with you and your family, you guys got a chance to have a great visit and I think probably take part in some pretty cool activities.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. Anytime, general manager's flying all the way up to wherever I am, it means a lot, and we were very honored to have him, and we wanted to make the most out of it, and I thought we had a good conversation with him, and we got a good feel for each other, and then I took him out on the side-by-side, took him up the mountain, so hopefully that's something he's never really done before. Wanted to, kind of leave a mark with him, and I thought it was a good time.
I know you've probably thought about it, you've been asked about it, but I've got to ask you what it might mean for you to be the potential of a Toronto Maple Leaf. If you were to hear your name called by the Leafs at number one, what would that mean to you?
It obviously mean the world. It'd be a dream come true. It would mean all the sacrifices my family's made, myself's made. It is all paid off. That's the first step in your career where, things are, you get drafted. So it would be a pretty special moment, and to have my family beside me, I know it's going to be a pretty special feeling. So if that's the case, or I get drafted to Toronto, I'd be very honored. And it's a pretty unique situation where they're a team who's pushing for playoffs next year, who got the first overall pick. So it'd be an honor.
That is Gavin McKenna last week with Ryan Leslie. Annette in the chat. Forgive me, let me go back and get this. Not all players need to be big. Some are just special. He'll fill out a little bit.
Yeah.
You would hope. He's a kid. But the thought of John Chaika going up the mountain in Whitehorse with Gavin McKenna. Look, it's a steep climb here for John Chaika and the Leafs.
Yep.
They got some work to do.
Was it just Chaika, or did Sundin go to Whitehorse too?
I don't know. He didn't mention Sundin.
Last week we only saw Chaika at the Combine too, right?
By the way, there were whispers about where Sundin was last week, right?
Yeah.
What are you hearing?
I heard he might have taken a trip to Arizona. Maybe to visit a certain captain that's out there rehabbing?
Not just for the golf?
No.
So there were whispers Sundin did get FaceTime with Austin Matthews last week.
Just have a good hockey conversation over some coffee. I don't know.
Whispers. Just whispers.
Things going around.
We're not insiders.
Like,
but whispers.
It kind of would make sense, though, right? Like, Chaika's the number guy. Go check out all these guys at the Combine, what they're putting up. And Sundin goes and has a hockey conversation with your captain.
But why can't the GM have a hockey conversation?
No, but I mean, he could. Obviously, he could. But come on, he's really.
I'm just breaking him a little bit.
I know.
Because someone's going to think it. Someone's going to think it.
But Sundin's there for the hockey decisions. Chaika told us Sundin gets final say, and I believe he does.
I think like a decent amount of Leaf fans would be fine if Matt Sundin makes that trip down to Arizona just by himself with Austin.
A former captain talking to a captain.
Yep.
A guy who dealt with trade, calls for him and whatever. So
for sure.
I think there had to be a one-on-one conversation between those two, and I hope it did happen.
Okay. But whispers.
Whispers.
Just whispers.
Just whispers.
Yeah, I think some Leaf fans here in the chat are fine with a Sundin Austin Matthews one-on-one. The Fiend in the chat. Sid's taking the sick in sick media too seriously. Feel better soon, Sid. Appreciate it. Scorpio Canuck in the chat. Mats is the player whisperer.
I mean, that's why he's here.
It's going to be interesting, though, because Chaika is the one who's going to do all the media.
Yes.
It seems. Which is a perfect spot for Mats.
Yes.
Mats has done enough media in this town. I was there for some of it. He's put in his time. Excuse me.
Gary K in the chat. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Mats has the gravitas to have a real conversation with him to get the truth from Matthews.
I don't disagree with that.
About where the team's at, what he wants.
I don't disagree with that.
Kind of coach they got to hire. You okay with Pavelski or Patrick Waugh?
I don't know what this means. George in the chat. Sid, with that voice, can you please read The Hungry Caterpillar before this show is over? I don't know. Seems like a weird thing. I'm not doing that.
You should go on Cameo, man. Get some requests like that.
Cameo. I was asked once to do Cameo.
Were you really?
Yeah. Can you see me in like my office at home going, "Hey, Dave, I hear you're getting married this weekend."
Your boys just wanted to say something to you.
Your boys want to say something to you.
That'd be pretty good. Oh my god.
Like that's not me.
Oh man.
That's not me. Do you have a Halls on you? Do you have a Halls candy?
I do.
Let me try this. Because someone in the chat who just said this, try a Halls.
Just try it. We're almost there.
Because I'm not a cough candy guy.
Yeah.
Because I tend to like cough more.
It's just a lozenge. We don't
Throw
get free pop
me.
here.
We'll try and medicate this as a group. Thank you. I'm gonna try and do this.
See, and proof we're in the same room.
Based on this brand, this will taste awful, but it will work.
No, it doesn't actually.
Okay. Putting the Halls into my mouth.
Stop giving free advertising.
It's not Halls, sorry. Sorry, this was made by made by Betway. Have you tried Betway cough candies? They're the best. Betway brings the game to life, and also great cough candies. Good.
Wait, did you just chomp down on it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Was I raised in a cave? No, I didn't chomp down on it.
I don't know. I've seen you eat popcorn.
But here's the problem here. So I have a cough candy in. We talk for 2 hours. This is what people want to hear?
You don't have to
You don't
make
want to
that
hear
much
that.
noise.
But this isn't like.
Oh
That's what I mean.
Just don't choke.
But that's
Me
what I
giving
mean.
you the Heimlich live on air.
But this
would
isn't
not
like
go over
chewing tobacco either. Like I need to
No.
do something with this. It's not like I'm in a Jay's dugout. Like, I really appreciate all the people in the chat trying to help.
Yeah, of
Seriously,
course.
you're great people.
The chat's here for us.
Thank you.
Most of them. Some aren't. Most of them.
Double IN Netterall in the chat. It sounds like. Oh, I missed it.
Somebody says, all the yelling you did on Marinero show
I
is
know.
what caused it.
It sounds like you're gurgling dice.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's true.
It's true. Just a little bit. It's true. Matt and Tony, this is their fault. And Anello and the Caballeros. Damn crossovers. Look at me now.
I know. It's
My
when
voice.
we realized there was problems with our board. It set off this whole chain reaction of stuff.
My voice is like the Habs trying to get out of their zone in the Eastern Final. Just not efficient at all.
Should get on stage and maybe chug a beer with Luke Combs. Make you feel better.
Luke Combs. Patrick Corbin enjoyed that show too.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Hey, Azzo.
Yes, it?
Great time of year.
Does the Jays finally have a rotation or what?
I mean, we don't know that yet. Puck drops, tip-offs, first pitches. When the game is on, you call the shots. Head to betway.ca and bet your way. Must be 19 plus. Play responsibly. This thing's kind of working. This thing's half working actually right now.
No, it
Do I
heats
sound
you
a little
up.
better?
I think so.
I feel like a million times better.
It helps you get through. It does.
Man,
See, but you don't. I've never heard anybody make so much noise with a lozenger. That's crazy.
I have loud teeth.
Yes. Loud teeth.
You ever heard of loud teeth?
I have not heard of.
I'm very conscious about it. Please don't make fun of it.
Smokewater says, just do one of those reads. EA Sports. It's in the game.
No. Well, one day, if they want to jump
You
on board.
better if Portugal wins.
Oh, bye. Okay, good reminder. Voice pending. Azzo and I will be live streaming Canada Bosnia Saturday or Friday afternoon. There is a chance Azzo and I on Thursday, before the Mexico South Africa World Cup opener, will be down by the Harborfront doing a podcast with the help of Michelob Ultra.
Yes, sir.
We're finalizing some things.
Yeah.
We might do a couple shows down there. We'll let you know the when and where.
Yeah, to check it all out.
But we could be busy.
How early we got to leave? To
We
make it
could
down
be
there?
busy. So we'll let you know. We'll let you know. So basically, like this Thursday, we do a show. We won't be going live, but we'll do a show from like maybe 1:30 to 3, and then we'll just stick around and watch Mexico
Yeah.
take on South Africa. By the way, Mexico,
Watch the FIFA kick off.
the FIFA, yes, dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It makes me laugh every
We're
time.
3 days away from the FIFA starting in Toronto. I want to put my head through a wall. I really do.
I know. I think that's what makes me laugh.
What if I was covering a G7 conference, and just my stand-up was, all right, Sid Seixeiro here live from the G. It's a little incomplete.
Yeah.
A little incomplete. All the world leaders are here at the G. News folks would lose their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Lose their mind.
How much are you worried about Colombia in Portugal's group? Because I've seen projections, and there's a few that have them getting the same number of points in the.
I'm very worried that Colombia's a good team.
They are, right?
Colombia's a good team.
Okay.
Like they have some veteran guys, like Jaime Rodriguez is there. Jaime Rodriguez, if you remember in the Brazil World Cup, he hit that volley from like 30 yards out that went under the post. It was one of the best goals in World Cup history. But he's bounced around a lot. So like they have a veteran presence, but they have a good team around him. Luis Diaz for Bayern Munich was one of the best wingers in Europe this year.
And that's a final.
And by the way, Liverpool
Yeah.
really shouldn't have let him go. Like that, they missed Luis Diaz.
And that's a final game of their round robin.
That's the Saturday night, 7:00.
So that could come down to the
in Miami.
the group.
In Miami,
Oh,
Colombia,
wow.
Portugal,
Okay.
Saturday night.
I didn't know it was there.
Woo!
Wow.
It is going to be
So the whole group could
something.
come down to that game.
Yeah, basically. Well, no, I mean, maybe first in the group, maybe. Yeah. Unless Congo and Uzbekistan make a run, I don't see that happening. Okay, so that's what's going on.
Getting some questions here too.
Go ahead,
Never
go.
mind worried just about how worried are you about Vladdy hitting more than 10 homers? 10 would be above his projection right now, right?
There's two reasons I'm worried about that. One, right now, Vladdy with 3 homers is tied for 220th in Major League Baseball.
And not one home run at home yet.
Do you know the last time he hit a home run at home in the regular season? August 17th of last year.
What?
Yep. I heard that on Blair and Barker last night. I almost fell off my couch. I had to double check it.
Counting the playoffs?
No.
Oh,
regular season.
regular
The last
season, yeah.
regular season home run for Vladdy. August 17th.
Come on.
Yep.
Oh my, I missed that stat. Wow.
Now, he went nuts, obviously, in the postseason.
Yeah.
But in the regular season, snooze fest at home.
Oh my.
Snooze fest for Vladdy at home. Why didn't you give me this lozenge earlier, you jackass?
I offered. You told me no.
You didn't. You lied.
told me to
You're
shove
a-
it when I
you're
said
a
I've
liar.
got some.
Liar face.
How did you know I had some? Because I offered you.
I don't know. So I'm worried because right now Vladdy is tied for 220th in the league in home runs. So I'm a little worried. And right now Vladdy's projected for 7 home runs this season. So last night,
How many home runs per 500 million? Oh man.
only 13 years left on the deal. Jays lose to Philly 5-2. Actually, considering Christopher Sanchez gave up 0 runs in May, the Jays had a good night last night on Christopher Sanchez.
Most runs he's given up since April 30th.
It's insane. They actually were fine. Didn't do anything against the bullpen. Patrick
could have
Corbin
been better.
Could have been better. Patrick Corbin seemed tired. 5 earned runs over 3 innings of work. Jays fall to 32 and 35. And tonight, Zach Wheeler, Dylan Cease is the pitching matchup for the Jays and the Phillies. Welcome back, Dylan Cease. Hamstring injury out since May the 24th. Welcome back, Dylan Cease. Do you have Vladdy comments, or do you want to go to John Schneider first?
Well, I think to the point, if we're going to follow up on this, on Christopher Sanchez yesterday, it was the 6th inning that drove me nuts yesterday when Penango led off with that triple.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because then it was turning the order over, and then the top of the order comes out, and you have a chance to do some more damage and really get back into that game. And the 3 guys at the top just all got sat down. Springer's as much at fault here as Vladdy, and I think
we'll get to him in a second. I do want to stick on Vladdy for 2 reasons.
for sure.
First, we learned something last night. If you're David Popkins or John Schneider, do not lose your money for Vlad because you will not inspire him with an ejection. Don't do it.
And that's why
Don't
David
do it.
Popkins got ejected, was all about Vladdy.
And it failed.
Yes.
Mr. Popkins, I appreciate the effort. It's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work. But like the Schneider stuff after harkened me back to another time with Vladdy, and this sent a chill up my spine. You're going to hear some quotes here you've heard many times before. Many times before. And see if you can pick them out. This is John Schneider last night after another bad night for Vladdy.
Vlad, I mean, it could be any time. You know what I mean? I think his work is good. I think his mindset is good. And, you know, it seems like he's coming up in some spots where everyone in the stadium, everyone watching expects him to hit a home run. And, you know, that's a little bit unfair. But I just want him to keep going, keep understanding that he's, you know, the face of our team. He's our best hitter. It's going to come around for him, really. So really takes a game, takes a swing. And I think he'll get going.
It takes a swing. A swing away. We've reached the it's a swing away portion of the season with Vladdy.
Except he's got to make contact on that swing.
Chimichanga in the chat. Vladdy needs a lozenge. Vladdy's losing more than the voice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
He's actually losing his voice a bit in that room. Don't tell me his leadership's not taking a hit. Sorry.
So what do you do?
You make this a meritocracy. And I'm going to include George Springer in this. Let's throw Springer in this. Springer it's tough to watch.
Yeah, very, very.
It's tough to watch.
Very.
Because he has like a broken toe. Yeah. There's some things in play with George.
But past that now. Then I yell him.
I think if you're John Schneider and you miss the playoffs after that kind of hype and getting that close, I don't think you should feel comfortable. I don't care what the extension was. Ed Rogers has proven in the last couple of months he doesn't care about extensions the way he used to or years left on a deal the way he used to. And if you're John Schneider, you need to start playing people up in the order who are hitting.
Yep.
I don't know how else to say that. That's not to say Springer can't get back up in the order.
No.
That's not to say Vlad can't go back up in the order. But my point is this. If Vlad is so mentally fragile you can't even drop him a few spots, you have not spent this money wisely at all, and you have miscalculated who he is as a leader.
100%. Well, didn't he just tell us when they bumped him up to 2 that he's willing to do whatever the team needs? So why can't we bump him down a bit? I'm okay with
We just can't do the I'm scared. It's the Leafs thing all over again.
No.
If the power play's not working, pull a guy. This is a team issue. Yeah. I don't care about someone's feelings. I do not care about someone's feelings. Do what has to be done here.
Yes.
It's not like you have some guys not hitting. Like, they're not all not hitting.
And wait till Kirky gets back. Then you're going to have to make even more decisions.
Then make them.
No, I'm saying.
Like, I'm fine with it. Now, there are people in the chat that think Alejandro Kirk, who might be back Friday against the Yankees, is the answer.
He will.
You think he's the answer?
No, he's not the answer.
I don't know if he's the answer.
But he can extend your lineup. He takes better at-bats than that. Vladdy watched, like, the first about when he watched just the third strike go by, and then that last one where you had the picture there, swung at it way out of the zone.
Chris in the chat, Vladdy is acting like a spoiled brat.
He's not even making contact most of the time.
Listen, struggling and being a spoiled brat are not the same thing.
No.
If you're struggling, you're struggling. The spoiled brat stuff is, hey, turn your hat around backwards, I demand it, and I'm going to dunk you in an interview. That's spoiled brat.
And baseball's not that sport where you just try harder and all of a sudden it comes together.
Agreed.
Like, for me, Springer now is almost, and there's no offense to him, but he's in the last year of his contract. He's almost benchable. Like, again, I'm saying when Kirky comes back, I'd rather see Kirky and Valenzuela DHing in the order instead of Springer. Sorry, George. I love George. I have a George jersey. He's done a lot for this team. But at this point, I'd rather see him maybe come off the bat for a swing. I
don't disagree with that at all.
And Vladdy, like he said, he told us earlier this season he's willing to do whatever it is for the team. You got way hotter guys. Move him up and bump him down to like 6th in the order. Just till he starts feeling it.
From George Springer to George in the chat. Sid, please keep the lozenge on one side of your mouth or turn the lozenge volume down. Thank you. This is a new food for me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying.
Are you still feeling better?
I am.
Okay.
I feel like I sound a little better.
Yeah, you're powering through.
Look out. Somebody stop me now. Somebody in the chat also brought up a good point. Forgive me, I lost it. Mm-hmm. But they said like a phantom IL stint for Springer would do him well. You know who else it would do well for? Vlad.
Yeah.
It's time for Vlad to take 2 weeks off. How do you want this to go, kid? How do you want this to go?
And then do a quick rehab in Buffalo where he's pounding balls and maybe feeling better?
Just take a break. Take a break. Like a break where you're like away from the team. I mean like a break. I don't want him anywhere near the team when he's off, dunking people, none of that garbage. break.
Yeah, go home for a bit. Or
Break.
yeah.
Walk it off. Because they pay you for these dog days here. Like, the Jays have to put themselves in position to be a playoff team. This is the hard part of the schedule, and it's not even July yet. If he can't get up for these games, I don't know what to tell you. Philly's a pretty good team. You can't get up for this? You can't get up for Christopher Sanchez?
No, dude, he looks lost up there. He's swinging at.
Some of the things he was swinging at yesterday were outrageous. Now, Sanchez is going to win the Cy Young.
Yeah. Well,
I understand that.
The Miz might have something to say about that.
The Miz will blow out his arm by August. He's not winning the Cy Young. Christopher Sanchez is winning the Cy Young. I think both Springer and Vlad could use a timeout.
Yeah.
Personally.
Especially with what you're getting from some of the other guys. Why not?
Is the Patrick Corbin run over?
I mean,
5 runs over 3 innings last night.
Philly's a good veteran team that used to beat up on him when he was in that division anyway. But hey, they're getting healthier. I don't know how much you're going to trust these guys. What do you think of Simeon Woods Richardson? Like, it's just funny to me. He makes his first appearance and 2 pitchers come off the IL, and now you got a full rotation. Like, what are you doing with that guy now that you just acquired? It's like putting them in such a mess, this whole roster.
I mean, the Woods Richardson performance was really important last night.
Yeah.
Because that bullpen could have been screwed up once again.
Yeah.
And Woods Richardson, for those who missed it, 4 innings, he gave up a hit. In his Jays debut. From the Mets to the Jays to Minnesota, back to the Jays.
So,
welcome to the team, Simeon Woods Richardson. Quite the road. But that was important.
it was. No, without a doubt. And Nance coming back last night. Like,
Yes.
they're getting healthier, but now you put yourself in a position where I don't know what you do with all these guys. Like, what is the role for Woods Richardson moving forward?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess you see what Max gives you, and you can go after him.
Victor in the
Piggyback
chat.
them?
Patrick Corbin will be gone when Bieber is back.
Hey,
I'm not in favor of just cutting people loose because of Shane Bieber. I want to see something from Shane Bieber. By the way, the Alejandro Kirk thing, we mentioned it, but I think we should land on it. So what happens to Tyler Heineman when he comes back Friday?
yeah, it's a great question.
What
We'll see
happens?
what they do.
What would you do?
I'm sorry, Heineman. He's gone. Valenzuela stays
I think
on
he's
this
gone.
roster.
I think he's gone.
Well, they DFA him and see if, I don't know if he'd accept it, if anybody would pick him up.
How many home runs did Brandon Valenzuela hit the
He's
last 4
second in the
days?
time. He's second on the team.
And they sat him last night. Of course they did. Of course they did. Good job. Thanks, John. Good
I told
job.
you, Valenzuela, Lucas, and Pineda will
Holy
have to be
cow.
in the lineup every day for me right now. Every day.
I saw that. Sorry, I'm crunching the candy. Now I got in there. Someone in the chat goes, well, great. Now the Yankees will pick up Tyler Heineman. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The Yankees need a guy to pitch when it's a 10-run blowout. Go ahead. Again, I'm glad Dylan Cease is, whoa. When you chomp on a cough candy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Saw
my
it?
God.
You busted it open, huh?
I feel like I took a shot at tequila. Oh, my God.
I love your shots of tequila.
Oh, my God. Sorry. That'll wake you up.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I needed a
smelling
minute.
salts.
That'll wake you up. Jesus. That's always the interesting
That's why you're
ending.
not
They never
supposed to
take-
crunch it, though.
But like, I get to the point where I have to.
Really?
Anyway. But like sitting Valenzuela last night with Chimichanga in the chat. Shots. Cease back tonight. That's great. I'm not convinced Max Scherzer's giving you anything tomorrow night. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what to expect from Shane Bieber whenever he comes back. And I'm not in favor of losing arms right now for anyone coming back. Yeah. I think it's a foolhardy exercise. But we'll see. We'll see. Phil's, they win 5-2. Jays 32-35 on the year, and they're going to try and get back to within 2 games above 500 tonight.
A very important 5-game stretch for them. Like coming out of the Phillies and Yankees?
Yes.
Like, you want to be 10 games under 500? Like, come on.
John in the chat, Sid losing his voice is how Portugal soccer is going to survive the World Cup.
Oh, my goodness.
If my voice is out of commission,
No, I won't. You'll recover.
does Portugal have a chance? Oh, I'm just here to support the team, man. Slosh Hogger in the chat, a reminder, Aaron Judge is gone for a month with the phantom rib injury that no one can quite pinpoint for the Yankees. I think the Jay, like,
Sorry.
I If I'm the Jays, I need to get my house in order before I'm looking at the Yankees
Okay.
atop the standings. I'm sorry.
I won again last night.
One step at a time.
This is where you find out if Ben Rice can carry this team, and he gets his next big contract or his first.
He's had a hell of a year, Ben Rice.
He has, but now
hell of a year.
He doesn't have Aaron protecting him though now, so we'll see
No.
what happens. Can he? Because he's the one guy I don't think the Yankees have paid yet long term.
No, he's still waiting for his. Correct.
So they're going to find out a lot about Ben Rice right now and see how real he is.
Okay. Anything else baseball wise? Are we good?
I think we're good. See what happens. Like I said, these next 5 days are going to be really important for this team.
Yep. All right. As we mentioned earlier, the countdown to the FIFA is on. The FIFA will begin in 2 days in Mexico when Mexico take on South Africa. And then later that night in Mexico, Czech Republic, or Czechia, pardon me, will take on South Korea. And then the next day, it's Canada's turn. Game on. I'm always in favor of an early game in the tournament. Get the nerves out. Especially if if it's a big one for you. And if it's a big one for Canada Friday against Bosnia, obviously. World Cup, home soil. It's going to be something else. Injuries have obviously been part of the story here for Canada. And, it's been a lot of negative. The most recent on a severe scale was Marcelo Flores, the kid who was playing for Tigres in Mexico and got hurt right before the final selection was made for Jesse Marsh. Blew out his knee, Marcelo Flores. So they asked Jaden Nelson to stick around out of Brampton for the Uzbekistan game, and in the second half he scored. He looked really good. It wasn't just the goal. Jaden Nelson was all over the place. He was athletic. He was quick. In terrible conditions. And he looked good. Today it's official. Jaden Nelson has made the team. Congratulations to Jaden Nelson.
There you go, Jaden.
Brampton, Ontario. He will take over Marcelo Flores' place. I looked at the numbers for Jaden Nelson, the winger for Team Canada. 15 appearances, 3 goals for a winger. That's not a bad ratio. That's pretty good. Now, in terms of other people not playing, Moise Bombito is still not training with Canada today. That's a problem. And his, but no need to worry. His backup also not training due to injury, Ralph Prizo. So 2 central defenders not training full with the team right now. I don't like that. Prizo's like 23, but Prizo picked up an injury from the Vancouver Whitecaps. He picked up an injury in that Uzbekistan game as well. Bombito, I'm not shocked about. We got 23-year-olds getting hurt. Not great. Not great. And these are all very relevant things to talk about when you're talking about Canada soccer. With that said, Jesse Marsh is trying to stay positive. Again, after the game in Montreal on Friday, he was not taking any negative questions. I've rarely heard a coach say that in my life, in any sport. Have you heard that ever in your life?
That's why it stood out so much.
Jesse Marsh said, if you ask me a negative question, I will ignore it.
A week before you're about to start.
The World Cup. Heaven forbid, a lot of media are asking completely valid questions.
You worried about your scoring? No, that's negative. I'm not answering that.
Because let me explain to you something for the most part. Like Canada soccer don't usually get a ton of media coverage. So when they get like a lot that's happening this week, it's overwhelming to them because they can't handle it. I'll be honest with you. Now they get tough questions from a lot of people all the time with the Christian Jacks, the Shinettis, the Josh Cloaks, the Gareth Wheelers, there's some people who aren't afraid to ask a tough question of Canada soccer. As they should. But there is a very interesting vibe coming out of Jesse Marsh right now. And I know he wants to keep it positive and focused on the good things. But it reeks a little bit of panic when that's what you want to do all the time. So yesterday at practice, Jesse Marsh was talking about defensively what they were working on because they're taking on Bosnia Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, and how that could translate into offense. Because I got news for you. Canada can't score a damn goal right now. At all. Although I can give you an update here. Ben Steiner on Twitter, who's from like everything, SI Now, CBC Sports. We may talk to him over the next couple of days.
Working hard.
I like Ben. But Ben, at a practice today, tweeted this. The Canadian men's national team are ending training with finishing drills with a one touch at the top of the box.
Yeah.
Jonathan David didn't miss one, the automatic. The rest, well, Marsh said, quote, goals are coming, end quote, on Friday. Why are they just practicing this now?
Yeah. What was it? 6 goals in 5 friendlies? Is that the stat I saw?
I think it's less than that. This is worth landing on for a second.
I'm pretty sure. Or was it 5 and 6
It's
friendlies?
not good.
Might be 5 goals
It's
and
not
6
a good ratio.
friendlies. It was something like that.
Let's look at this.
Yeah.
Because we need to figure this out.
Last I checked, you got to score to win, right?
You're not getting through anything if you don't score. Fixtures here. Let's go to March. Blah blah blah. All right, that's not what I want.
I'm pretty sure it might have been 5 goals in 6 friendlies. I thought I saw or read somewhere, which is, dude. And again, because they brought a lot of strikers, right, with them, Sid?
Not really.
They have 4.
They brought 4. 1 goal against Ireland, 2 goals against Uzbekistan, no goals against Tunisia, 2 goals against Iceland. None of those goals were open play.
Right.
Those were 2 penalties from Jonathan David.
Especially in open play, they struggle in scoring.
1 goal against Guatemala.
That's 6. 6 and 5.
6 and 5.
6 and 5.
It's better than I thought. It felt like it was less than
Great.
that. It's not great, but it felt like it was less than that.
Because you got to think you're going to give up 1. You need 2 a game.
Could be worse in the chat. They're saving their bullets. Yeah, I hope. But yesterday, after practice, Jesse Marsh kind of took this tone again, like the media is the problem. Now, I don't know if what you're about to hear is a joke or not, but I like the discussion around whether it's a joke. So Jesse Marsh starts this by talking about defending corners against Bosnia and how it's going to translate in defense, and then he takes a shot at the media. Here it is.
Bosnia scores a lot from crosses and from set pieces, right? So we wanted to work on some of our defensive aerial responsibilities and crossing situations. They're very big, and so we even know on set pieces that they're very dangerous. So that was the emphasis today, was working on how we defend them and how we transition when we win the ball. So I thought it was an effective training session. Yeah, we had a lot of actions around the goal, so we're going to score more goals so I don't have to put up with any more stupid questions from you guys.
Whoa. Whoa.
Okay, Jesse.
Whoa.
Pressure starting to get to him?
I think he's starting to feel the heat of the FIFA.
Well,
is what I'm thinking.
Like KJ told us, this is a moment for them. Right? Like, this is the moment you have to seize. This is what you've wanted.
I completely agree. Let's not make the moment awkward, though.
No, because that's what's happening.
Because Jesse Marsh is, how do I put this gently? Doesn't give a damn about what you think. Now, part of me likes that. But, like, we haven't even, like, do you remember, here's my real fear, okay? Shooter in the chat, he's just being funny. I hope so. Because 4 years ago, some people thought John Herdman was being funny ahead of the Croatia game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah, big quote.
So they lose to a bad Belgium team, Canada, that they should have at least got a point from. That was not a good Belgium team. And John Herdman, with drones in the air, popped off with a camera in front of him on the field and said, we're going to beat Croatia. I'm telling you, we're going to beat Croatia. That was all about John Herdman.
Yep.
That was a selfish ass quote. And Modric and Croatia went out the next game, and they have the mind of a goldfish, and they put aside the Davies goal, and they ran Canada off the turf. So, we have seen recently Canadian coaches kind of have the look at me moment, and I don't think it's healthy. I hope Jesse Marsh doesn't do that kind of stuff and become the story.
Yeah.
Because there is a chance he will. There have been Gold Cups, he's been the story. There have been Nation Leagues where he's been the story. I think it's destructive, big picture. You are the coach. You are not the story. There's a big difference. And I understand the tactic of I'm going to take heat off the team and look at me and this. And listen, once in a while in sports in the past, that has worked. I've seen it blow up in people's faces more often than not, though.
Yeah, 100%.
And I just hope, because I heard that yesterday and I went, I'm sure he's kidding, but it kind of sounded like he wasn't kidding. Because what you can't do in Canada is say, I'm here to grow the game. Thanks for the new contract, Canada Soccer. And then look at the media every day and say, you guys don't know anything about soccer.
Who's followed this team? Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like, you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because there's guys in that scrum who know soccer very well.
100%.
Like, I've covered soccer in Britain way longer than Jesse Marsh coached in Britain with Leeds when they got relegated. So just be careful with that. Just got to be careful with that.
Like Graceful Shutdown here says, just screams arrogance. Like arrogance or panic that you don't want to talk about it. Is that it? Andy says, we need results, not words anyway, which is true. Like they score in the World Cup, okay, but we haven't seen it yet.
But here's my point there. Let's say, I don't think this is going to happen. Let's say Canada goes 0-3 in the group stage. Disaster, right?
Totally.
We can all agree that that would be an unmitigated disaster. My man Jesse's going to need some friends in the media in this country.
Oh, yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And that's not a way to, you don't make friends with that quote and you don't make friends with salad. Two things I know in my life.
But here's the other thing. So come the game Friday or any game, if they don't score first, what's the panic level like then? How much trouble are they in with this team?
I think
history?
not scoring first for this team is going to be like another language because I've never seen them like I know they like to press normally. Like that's what Jesse Marsh likes to do.
So wait for
but you have to do it differently when you're behind.
Right.
Like it's different. And I've never seen Canada successfully do that.
Bang.
Ever.
Boom.
Under Herdman, under Marsh, ever.
And do they really have the dogs to do it?
I think they do.
Okay.
That's why Jonathan David is an eternal frustrating figure for me. Because I've seen him in Champions Leagues like handle himself perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big ass stage, man.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, all the places. You go all around Europe. Jonathan David not scared of anything. Last year and a bit, he's lost his way. So we'll see. But I don't like, let's not poke the media bear and create them as a problem before you even kick a ball.
Yes.
Because you're trying to set up a narrative here. The narrative Jesse Marsh is trying to set up is, well, the negativity in the media was a bit much going in the tournament. Obviously, we didn't perform well. Hold on.
Totally agree.
Hold on. Some of us are trying to do interviews and put people in good lights.
Yeah. Well,
we're trying.
Again, don't you think all these people want them to have this moment? They've been waiting for this to happen.
Of
Everybody
course.
dreamed about them hosting a World Cup on home soil here and having the depth that they have now. That's what everybody's always wanted in this program. It's time to see it. Chat's right.
Andrew in the chat, score first, then park the bus. I don't mind that. That can work.
Totally.
That can work. Arsenal thought it was going to work at the Champions League final. It did not. Andy in the chat, 2-0 Bosnia. I don't know if Bosnia is like that. Like, it's going to be a close game. I do believe that. Geek in the chat. Jonathan David is like ordering a BLT with cheese and then getting no cheese.
We appreciate that. That's a good one. Combine. Yeah. Thank God Jesse Marsh doesn't have to do a combine. Man, he wouldn't handle those questions well.
No. He would probably handle prospects illegally off-site. You pull a John Checker. I'm going to do it my way.
Oh, man.
I just think sometimes, like, the demeanor of your manager and your coach does have to reflect your team a little bit.
Totally.
Just a little bit.
But give some confidence coming up. Like, man, be confident in this group. You said it's the deepest it's ever been. It's the most talented it's ever been. So, yeah, we'll be fine. Bring it on. I'm comfortable with all these guys, where I'm playing them, how we're playing.
What if it breaks down this way? Andy in the chat. I'm assuming he means the other teams are going to win. 3-0 Qatar against Canada. 7-0 Swiss. No. It's not going to be like that.
Yeah.
Qatar's
They're
not.
better than that.
Like, we need to really figure some things out if we can't beat, if our Canadian men's national team, I hate saying we, if our Canadian men's national team can't beat Qatar.
Or be in the game.
That's a problem.
Be in the game.
Do you have another lozenge?
I do. Oh, man.
Can I have it in my mouth, please?
I just chuck it at you?
Yeah. We're all friends here. It's fine. Yeah, throw it at me. Throw it at me. I'm not Pinyango. I'll catch it.
Touch you? You're sick.
I'm not Johandrick Pinyango. I'll catch it. Chris Benny in the chat. Do we have a Danhausen update today, Ezzo? What's going on with Danhausen in the NBA Finals?
His curse didn't work yesterday, that's for sure. He was at the game. He was there in the building.
He was there, right?
Yeah, he was there in the building doing some press. I don't know
Who's more famous, Danhausen or the President of the United States?
Yeah, at this point, ask Knicks fans, I'll tell you.
All right, so sorry. So
They think the president brought a different kind of curse to him.
Like I do find it. I want to say one thing about the president being there, because I saw a lot on my timeline, a lot of people ripping on Adam Silver for like talking to the president and like spending time with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you want him to do? Spit in his face? I'm not talking like keep the politics out of it. That's the president of the United States.
And Dolan invited him.
And Dolan invited him.
Right.
Like, what do you want him to do?
Yeah.
Slap him in the face for you to make you feel better?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you just the idiocy of youth? Like, what do you want him to do? It's his business. Like, what do you like? I didn't. I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things. The thought that Adam Silver should have like shunned him from the building when one of his own owners invites him in, I think was a very interesting take to me. But you're right. Danhausen had a bigger impact.
Yeah, right.
So he did not lift the curse from the Knicks.
No. Well, he didn't yesterday. It's true. I mean, I think he was about himself yesterday. Like, he was in the building. He was taking pictures with celebrities. He was living his best life, jumping on shows left, right, and center.
He was doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can get this.
Is Wemby a cheap shot artist?
Yes.
After last night,
He's pushing that envelope.
is he turning heel? Is Victor Wembanyama turning heel in the NBA?
No, I think he already
At
has.
the age of 22.
He already has. And it worked for the OKC series because when he started telling his guys hard fouls and they started playing rougher, like it won them the series. It won them the OKC series.
115-111 was the final for the Spurs last night.
Like that was the best he's looked, right, in the series. And that's a cat I expected to see. That's what I was worried about Karl Anthony Towns. Like he's got to be more like he was pedestrian last night.
Yeah.
He's the one I was worried about getting exposed because they had a great night from OG, had a great night from Josh Hart. Brunson, yeah, he was a bit all over the place. I mean, he still had his game.
I believe Wemby was the youngest player since Magic in 1980 to have a 30-point NBA Finals game.
But I give it up to their guards. Like their guards were setting him up.
Stephon Castle is
he's
legit.
He's legit.
But the one thing I did agree with in terms of how the Spurs look, this game has been talked about, it felt like for a week.
Yes.
In terms of ticket prices, in terms of the president being there, in terms of all these things. And if you're the Spurs, you know what this environment could be. And I saw Devin Vassell try this. I saw Wemby do this. Just don't let them push you around.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't disagree with the strategy from the Spurs.
No.
At all. I liked it. And I think it worked, quite frankly. I think certain guys were knocked in their heels a little bit. I found more Knicks were affected by the environment potentially than Spurs.
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
It was a really weird night given the president and all the other extra precautions around the state. Like it threw the vibes off in the entire place, I think.
It did.
It made it seem
did.
weird. But I mean, like you got to give credit where credit's due. Dylan Harper played great defense yesterday. He was a big step. Like some of their young guys took a big step, and you're right. They want to be seen as they can't push around. Like Wemby's so talented, but he also has that like Rodman edge to him, or I don't even know who. Like that Lambeer, that Pistons. Like he wants to show they're not going to just be pushed over, and if they go down, they're going down swinging. And sometimes it gets to be a bit much.
But it was there for the Knicks last night.
Yeah.
Like that. Like there are two things that I have an issue with. Is like. I thought the Knicks kind of choked a little.
They did
yesterday. That could have been with Mike Green there, and
yeah.
Listen, I like Tim Legler, and I'm okay with Richard Jefferson. That booth is not that interesting to me.
No.
Like Mike, it's not hard to have a booth not like it takes a lot of work to make a booth look boring with Mike Breen in it. But like ESPN have done that. I don't know what they're thinking, but that's a weird booth to me.
No. So what I was going to say about this is like the Spurs' inexperience constantly comes up in the fourth quarter. They've given almost every one of these games away.
Yep.
Right? But last night it was like almost playing at home was almost too much for the Knicks too to try and solidify the 3-0 in the series.
It was an interesting look.
Yeah.
But the other thing is like everyone's like, oh, the Spurs are back in it, dude. They're not winning tomorrow night.
No.
The Spurs have a lot of work to do here. To win 2 games at MSG with this on the line,
Agreed.
The Knicks having not won an NBA title since 1973, they have a lot of heavy lifting still, a lot. And I'm not saying they're up for it. I don't think they are.
The Knicks are still on one of the best postseason runs we've ever seen, or like among the greatest.
Agreed.
Right.
So again, Game 4 in that series tomorrow.
So what are you thinking? I'm saying it goes 6.
I think Knicks win tomorrow night.
Yeah, so do I.
I think the Knicks win tomorrow night.
I think they got that out of their system yesterday with all the weirdness and being back at home. I think they win easy tomorrow.
Because the Spurs are still super young, and
Yep.
as big a fan I am of Stephon Castle.
Yeah.
And listen, if De'Aaron Fox is going to wake up, that's a different story.
He had his moments last night. He started.
He had
to
a big
come alive.
moment late.
Yeah, that 3.
Definitely. But De'Aaron Fox is not. I don't think he's built for that.
No.
I don't think he is.
Agreed.
Once a king, always a king.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
So true.
But I mean, who knows? That's why they play the games. But I do think if the Knicks lose this series, having gone 2-0 up, being on the road for games 1 and 2,
Yep.
holy cow. Holy cow, that's going to be a disaster. Chris in the chat, Spurs in 7.
I think Knicks in 6.
Between the Stanley Cup final and the NBA final, what has the better chance to go 7 games right now? They're both at 2-1.
The NBA.
Really?
I think so. No, you disagree?
I mean, you might have a goalie change that could change things up in that Stanley Cup final.
That's true.
I still don't know where Braden McNabb's head
Yeah.
is at because I think there was a lot of adrenaline the other night for him. What if they both go 7?
That'd be crazy.
And Bruce Cassidy never works again. he never coaches again. He just does Toronto podcasts for the rest of his life.
If both go 7, home teams become the favorite, like in Game 7.
I would
So
say
you're
so.
saying San Antonio.
I got one.
And Carolina.
I got one rule. You're at home for Game 7. You're always the favorite to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Always. That never changes.
And Knicks fans, be better. That fighting outside, it gets ridiculous.
That was like
There's some serious issues.
a hardcore title match.
Jumping
Fight outside.
anybody in a Spurs
Did somebody
jersey?
grab like a stop sign?
A bus sign, like from the bus.
I thought Mick Foley was out there.
I know it looked like
What the hell's going on outside MSG?
Yeah.
Jesus, guys, you're still up in the series. Eh?
I know.
Just
Seriously,
relax.
dude.
My God.
Anyways, this was what I was trying to show you. He was posting all kinds of.
We're looking, and what are we looking at, Azo, for the listening
we're-
audience?
For the listening audience, we're looking at Danhausen. Some pictures he posted. He posted this one with Ben Stiller. So we're looking at a picture of Danhausen with Ben Stiller, and he started taking pictures with all the celebrities there. He had one with.
By the way,
Barry
for
B.
the record, just on Meet the Parents alone,
Yeah.
I'm a Ben Stiller guy.
Okay, that makes sense.
The Heartbreak Kid is one of the worst movies of all time.
I don't know if I've even seen
Watch,
or heard that.
Watch The Heartbreak Kid.
You're telling me
with
to
Ben
watch
Stiller.
one of the worst movies
It
ever?
is a slap in the face at every turn. And at the end of it, it's so bad. Have you ever seen a movie that's so bad at the end you're like, wow. It's like you watch Shawshank. It's like it's like the credits are rolling in
the
Shawshank.
opposite.
But it's a similar type of feeling like I can't believe I was subjected to that.
Oh,
The Heartbreak Kid is an all-time
I don't even think
slap
I've
in the
ever
face
heard
movie.
of it.
It's basically the story of Ben Stiller plays a love-starved guy who works at a sports clothing store and meets a girl. They get married super quick. And on the honeymoon, he finds all these issues with her that he did not come close to realizing. He meets another girl, like a volleyball coach, at the resort, and he's trying to juggle both at the same time. It is a disaster. It is a disaster of a movie.
I have
None of it
never
makes
even
sense.
heard of it.
It started off okay, and it was, Shady McGuire in the chat. It was garbage. Yes, correct.
Somebody said it was hilarious.
No.
Are you a Zoolander guy? Do you like Zoolander?
Not really. No. There's a lot of Ben Stiller I like. Zoolander,
Yeah.
Dodgeball was funny.
Dodgeball.
I like
really
Dodgeball
good.
a lot.
His character in that was great. Yeah.
But I'm telling guys, if you want, when things slow down here, World Cup is done, you want to laugh at something so bad, The Heartbreak Kid starring Ben Stiller. What is the Rotten Tomatoes on that? Let me just check this quickly. We're at the end of the show.
Woozy Polar Bear says, I thought Heartbreak Kid was funny, but in an LOL way. Like, I guess it's
I completely agree. I 100% agree with that.
Tropic Thunder is his best work. That was pretty good. Tropic Thunder was good.
Tropic Thunder was a big cult hit.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, this movie was in 2000. Oh my God. The ratings on Rotten Tomatoes for The Heartbreak Kid, 29% and 37%. And on the popcorn meter, 37%, 250,000 comments.
On.
It's insane on the
People
popcorn
like
meter.
commenting when they hate something.
But like when it's at 37%, it's just
amazing.
They're taking a blowtorch to the
Dude,
movie.
I've never even heard of that movie. That's insane.
It is so bad. It's just disgusting. It's worth the Jays' offense isn't this bad.
Oh my goodness.
It's not this bad.
Damn. Buddy, I think you made it.
Scottlement in the chat. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Shout out, Meet the Parents. Shout out, Meet the Parents. De Niro just landed he hit every note in that movie.
The tone.
Every note. I believe De Niro did no acting in that movie at all. That's who he is.
Yeah.
That's exactly who he is.
I agree with
He didn't have to lift a finger. No method, anything. De Niro was in character the second he woke up.
Jeff F. I guess he's talking about what's the movie called? Heartbreak. What was
The
it?
Heartbreak Kid.
It's a D rating movie?
It might be.
Oh my God.
It might be. It's not. It's again. You need to be in the mood. Once in a while, I think we're all in the mood for a bad film.
Bad, yeah. You can just throw on it.
I have no problem with it. I don't like being surprised by a bad film. I want to watch a bad film that I know about. That's the difference. Like I don't want to be told that one of the Avengers was good and that it sucked. Then I'm disappointed. I can't believe my voice made it through the show.
You made it, man.
Holy cow!
You made it.
This is. Thank you. If only the Jays offense could show this type of resolve.
No kidding.
Okay, we're gonna cut it there. We have a busy week and a busy month with the FIFA, with the FIFA coming up. Anything else, Azza?
No, good. Hit like and subscribe, please.
All right. Our apologies. We were gonna get to Anthony Santander, but we ran out of time, and I believe we also ran out of lozenges.
Lozenges? Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some more.
Those are good though.
Yeah, can I expense that?
No.
Bring it up in your next board meeting without me.
On behalf of that guy.
It's amazing that voice doesn't take a hit with your voice like that.
It's weird. Like do it again. Like say something smart ass. Just say anything.
Is that a mockingbird?
I thought a mockingbird. See, that voice is fine.
That voice is perfectly.
Normal me is taking a bleep kicking.
It's true.
Like in a serious way.
Maybe you're gonna have to do the show with that voice.
Maybe. I'd rather, you know what? I'd rather have, if Canada wins 3-0 Friday, I'll take this voice.
Okay.
We'll do a live stream of this voice. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
take no problem. I'll lose my voice double.
Oh, you
That's
will.
all right. Give me
You
3-0 over Bosnia.
All right.
You suck, Bosnia. You suck. Take that, Dzeko. On behalf of that guy and everyone here at Sick Media, my name is Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.